All right, everybody, welcome back to Resistance of Tyranny. First off, the man admits to threatening the Karen in that dog park. He was like, "Put your dog on the leash," and she has the dog in her hand. She's wearing the mask, and she calls the cops, saying there's an African American here threatening me. And then the media hyped that all up, just like the poor death of that black man. So much race stuff's happening right now. They're really pushing this race card and trying to get us fighting with each other as a form of their eugenics. Again, Charlie Manson believed from his God that he worshipped the devil. He was told to start a race war. And so this goes back in time to the origins of it, of a form of depopulation. And I've gone into this many, many times. But especially now, I think more than ever, with the Trump next election coming, 150-something days, I believe, out from this next historic election, really trying to get us fighting with each other. And people aren't falling for it, although there's all these protests or riots going on now in Minnesota and some other state. But the poor video of the man who the cop had his knee right on his neck, didn't know it would kill him, I'm assuming, and he gets fired. He should get in deep trouble. That's just one cop. It's not all police. They push this again, whites versus blacks. Blacks versus the police, white police. You know who funds Black Lives Matter? Some of the worst people. Mark Zuckerberg funds Black Lives Matter. I believe Soros has some involvement with that as well. All these globalists pushing this who want the planet all to themselves and to be gods. And they're just hyping it up to infinity right now. And these poor shops and everything that they're setting on fire, these rioters, that's not going to fix the problem. I mean, go after the person who did it. You know, it's not all police. They're not all bad. When it comes to robots, however, it will be. It's also sickening. And then you have the video of the black man beating up the nursing home patients that I talked about yesterday. The media never showed that. The media never showed the video of the cop who was being politically correct, and a black man rides up in a park and parks in the field and just doesn't even get in trouble. So they just point out the bad things, and it's very, very sad that the video of the black man getting killed, the stupid, idiot, dumbass cop didn't know that he was killing him, I'm assuming. But what the protesters, the rioters are doing now will not help the situation one bit, only make it worse. But most people are smart enough to realize that it's not whites versus blacks. They're not that naive. They're not that stupid. And then you see the video of the man recording the woman saying, "I have an African American here threatening me," and then they pulled the race card on that. Well, the man now admits that he threatened the Karen and her dog before he started filming. I don't know where the origins of this guy is, if he's just a regular dude or if he was trying to be part of this like a... always forget the name of these people. I can't remember. It pisses me off. It enrages me so bad when I can't remember the names of some people. But the man who put the noose around his neck at 3 a.m. and called the police, said a white person put a noose around his neck. God, it drives me to insanity when I can't remember a name. But you know that it's just ridiculous. So I don't know what the origins of this man is. If he was sent in there by Soros or something, or if he was just trying to... people have all their own different reasons for going out and doing this, and they actually legitimately believe that it's white versus black. And so... But the point is, he admits to threatening her, and that's why she called the police. It wasn't an act of racism. He said, and I quote before he started recording, "If you're going to do what you want, as in not put the dog on a leash, then I'm going to do what I want, but you're not going to like it, end of quote. Cooper said that on Facebook. He then pulled out mystery treats, which he said he carries for just such instances, and called her dog to himself. Really freaky. Okay, so that's enough on that. Next story. A tweet from Trump-hating comedian Kathy Griffin, in which she wished certain death on U.S. President Donald Trump, was removed for violating Twitter's consent guidelines. And now Trump's going after Twitter. This is another huge thing. I mean, he's really going to shut this all down completely. If it gets worse, he will shut off all these. But he's just passed the order of no longer providing that shield. I just watched the meeting, and he's no longer providing that shield to the social media platforms to prevent them from getting lawsuits now that they are censoring people. So that's what he can do as of now. And apparently, I just heard this today as well, the Secret Service has been directing, because Trump has good Secret Service guys, they've been directing him around construction sites in the area because they're planning on killing him, like legitimately. I guess there's been infiltrators in some major construction companies in D.C., and they've placed IED kind of landmines around the area, breaking up the road. It's just so crazy. If the president gets killed, I have no clue what's going to happen. I'm just going to be completely honest. I have no clue where that will take us. I know it will not be good. I don't know what will be next. Pray to the good Lord it doesn't happen, but it very well could. Griffin's tweet came in response to CNN's Jim Acosta, who recorded Trump conning at a White House event. Quote, I do not use insulin. Should I be? Quote, syringe with nothing but air inside. It would do the trick. Griffin gibbed in the now deleted tweet, adding, fuck Trump. Responding to an article from the Washington Examiner covering her comments, which details how, quote, air embolisms caused by air getting into the bloodstream can be fatal. Yes, we know this. Griffin owned the statement attaching the hashtag Trump lied, people died, again, blaming Trump, again, not his fault, which blames the president for all the COVID-19 deaths. God, these people are so evil, and if you fall for it, you deserve it. And you know, we're not standing up to it as much as we could be. So maybe we deserve it. If Trump gets killed or leaves office, it's hell on earth. And he better stand up to the mail-in ballots, because that will be covered in fraud. If we get sleepy Joe Biden in there, say goodbye to America.